Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another Half Rant video. I'm FryeNChill, and you're on FSD Gaming. You obviously know that. Well, actually, you may not. You may have clicked on this video randomly in a search bar, or just in your homepage and it randomly popped up, or it was in another video. I don't know how you got here, but anyways, you know where you are now. So, yeah, it's been a bit. Oh man, real quick I'm gonna talk about uploading, and recently I've been doing quite a bit. I've been doing a lot more recording than I bargained for when doing this, especially on a collaborative channel, with, more than, with multiple people on the channel. But, I've probably had the most time to actually do these videos as of right now, which is a bit of a bummer because, it means that I have an obligation to where I have to put time into making these videos, or else I'm letting them down, Demon Lord Titan and the Sniper. But they've had their things to do, and every now and then I've had mine, but I'm gonna try to keep daily uploads. If you're watching this right now to this point in the video, please watch this all the way through. We need watch minutes and time. We need watch time to be able to get up through and whatnot to become more popular. I mean, you clicked on the video, might as well watch it all the way through, am I right? But anyways, today I'm going to be doing a half rant. What am I going to be doing a half rant on? Modern gaming culture. What I mean is more specifically DLC and pre-order. Because I have some thoughts about it, and I want to get those out, and I think a half rant video is perfect for those. So without further ado, let me begin on the rant. So, what you might be thinking, what's wrong with it? What's the problem that you're having with this? And my problem is with how DLC and pre-orders are. Now, I'm gonna backtrack a bit. I'm gonna start with pre-orders because pre, and it means before, and it means first. So I'm gonna do that first. So, anyways, wow, man, I completely lost myself. It is a rant. I can't use, scripts. It's in the rules of what a rant is. But, anyways, with the thing with pre-order culture and the thing with pre-orders is that it used to be very necessary. It used to be to where it made sense. I mean, you had to go to a store and there was only a limited supply because of the way they were produced. So, of course, it made sense to pre-order a game so that you knew you were going to get the game. But nowadays, video games can be just digitally copied onto discs, meaning that there's no point. So what companies do? They give you more incentive to pre-order the game. This could be something like extra day one DLC, or this could be a chance to get to play the game first. Get to play the game a day early, or get to have collector's items. Now, I'm fine with the collector's items. It's something that's a niche market, and if you want that, you want it. But day one DLC, giving people something for buying it at first, when you do that, it almost forces a person. It gives them too much incentive. And what I'm trying to say is, you're locking people out of something. And another thing is, the whole thing with pre-ordering as a whole, companies will get pre-orders for a game and then just realize, hey, if we don't spend as much money on the game, we'll make more money. Because we already got this much money, so why in the world would we ever need to finish the game when we can just, kind of lazily do it, not put any polish on it, just kind of let it be what it is, and not make it, the game that it should have been. And this frustrates me, and it's mostly a AAA games thing, but, No Man's Sky happened, and, oh gosh, No Man's Sky, that was different, a bit different, but you get what I'm getting at, sometimes a company gets it to where they're making money for something they haven't yet earned. And while at first, as a company, for the companies, it's not a good business decision for them either, because they're just locking themselves out of future money. I mean, with AAA games, a lot of people, there's quite a bit of people that won't care. They'll just play the game just to play the game. You know, like with Call of Duty is, how that is. People will play Call of Duty just because it's Call of Duty. But it's, I don't like it at all. It's frustrating to watch. Ubisoft makes a lot of half-baked games that just aren't up to expectations, what they were supposed to be. Watch Dogs comes to mind with the graphics, but another thing that I do worry about is DLCs, how they are. And I'm going to go back to Call of Duty. DLC for Call of Duty is just about 4 maps, a zombies map, and some gun skins. And it costs money to get that. And I don't get it, because there's no reason for them to make you shell out money for that. Especially when there's some DLC that's worth the same amount. Excuse the background noise. I'm not in a very comfortable place. It's very claustrophobic in here. I have to move a lot of things around. But, anyways, it's... Oh, gosh, I'm losing my thoughts. Hold on. But anyways, excuse that. But the whole thing with DLC is oftentimes it's just not worth the price it is. It's not worth what it is. And it's just another reason for you to buy something that's... Another reason to brainwash people almost. To force them to buy something that isn't really worth as much. And a lot of times they won't put out the full game. They'll have completed everything in the game before release, and they'll say, "Wait a second, this whole section of the game, what if we just cut that out? What if we cut out that section of the game, put on a fake ending to the last part of the game, and then just sold out that DLC later on and sell the game for the same price?" And it's just ridiculous sometimes how they do that. To get the full experience, you have to pay for DLC. And it frustrates me. I mean, the only time... DLC's only alright when it's actually something more to the game. When it adds something like Bethesda RPGs, their DLC is actual huge new world spaces and missions and quests and lore. All the good things you love about, Bethesda RPGs. All that, you get more of it, and it's great. It's not like you're just doing do the same thing in a different place, because it feels like you're getting more out of it, out of your game, more enemies, more weapons, and interesting things to do, and that's the kind of DLC I want to see more of in games, in AAA development, and everywhere, but we don't see it. We just see companies just see a way to make quick bucks. And that's really all there is to it. And I don't like it at all. One last thing I'm going to talk about, and I didn't say before, is the season passes for DLCs. Now I'm going to use a metaphor for you, real quick. Imagine if a person sold you a car. And then when he sold you the car, it was already in working condition. The car worked. But the person said, "Now would you like the season pass for the car?" And I'm like, "What's that?" And he said, "Well, in the future we will be coming out with new additions to the car. And if you want to, and if you pay for the season pass, you get the parts as they come out." And like, "Well, why would I do that?" "Well, because you wouldn't be getting this full experience," the man says. But then you say, of course, "Well, the car's working fine. Why would I want something that I don't know if I'm wanting or not? What if it's something I just don't want?" And he's like, "Well, yeah, are you sure? Are you sure you want to wait till then?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm fine to wait." Like, "Are you really sure?" I'm like, "Yeah." Basically, you see what I'm saying, right? You don't know what you're paying for with a season pass, and it makes no sense. It's just like pre-ordering. Except, you know, you already have the game, and you don't have to worry about anything. DLC is completely digital. You don't have to worry about disc copies or your local store running out or anything like that. It's all across the websites, and it's all across the internet and whatnot. There's no point in season passes except, you know, except companies want to trick you into doing it, so they make sure you pay the money. Even sometimes you're paying for money for something you didn't expect, and they can just be lazy with it. And we don't need that in gaming. Not at all. Not a bit. Well, funny story. This might not actually be a half rant video. Big reveal. Yeah, you see, the thing is, I realized as I was making this video, this isn't really something that deals with specific numbers or anything that's too unfamiliar with me. These are cold hard facts. People do these. The only thing missing is examples. So, yeah, there's no real way I can correct myself on this. This is a very correct thing to say. I'm sorry I haven't found many for the half rant videos. I haven't found anything that I'm not familiar with, but you know, it is what it is. You know, if you have any suggestions for what I can do for a half rant video in the comments, please tell me something I can do this on. Just like anything, I'll take any suggestions. Like any feedback from you guys, would be much appreciated. Like even if you just in the comments said the letter M, type the letter M, that'd be more appreciated than anything else you could do. I promise. Another thing is, if you have decided to subscribe to our channel, then it would do you good to ring the bell, because of the fact that it's a small channel, and because of our setups and the inconsistencies of being in school, it's gonna be very difficult for us to get out content on consistently. And if you want to make sure that you know when our videos come out, then definitely joining the notification squad, as many YouTubers call it. It would definitely do you good, because if you do like these videos, that would be a wise decision. Also, because I love feedback, I would like to get a like or a dislike out of you. Either way, I'm fine with it. And also, that'll be it. Yeah, no, wait, no. That won't be it. That won't be it. If you went to exit out of this tab right when I said that'll be it, nope. There's still social media. There's my social media, which is at FryeNChill. I post memes and whatnot on there, and it's a great place to get in contact with me if you want to tell me anything or show me anything. Also, at GamerCentral06 is FSD Gaming's official, weird that we have something official to us, but that's our official, Instagram. It's not verified or anything, but I mean, you know, do we really need to be? You know who we are. But anyways, that'll be it, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.